5.27 the penetrometer rail out 6. Set and racing. Parhelia jumped okay with Carson over near the outside away very quickly. Camus and Romantic Bay show out, and Straight Ace is going fast along the inside whilst Joker's Wild has dropped out to the tail end. They've covered a little over 200 and Romantic Bay leads on the outside. Straight Ace pushing up along the fence about 3/4 away, and Camus a handy third, followed then by Carson with Parhelia outside it going forward wide out, followed by Roselander and Joker's Wild as last as they near the corner, and Romantic Bay the leader from Straight Ace the inside. Camus a handy third, turning from Carson. Parhelia on their outside. Joker's Wild slipped through underneath horses and are starting to come home well at the 300. Parhelia is under a lot of pressure, not making ground, where Camus sprinted very quickly and took over the running. Camus from Straight Ace. Romantic Bay can't go on. Joker's Wild making some ground from Parhelia. Camus clear 100 metres to go, more than 2 lengths. Joker's Wild running on well on the outside, but Camus will take it out. Camus beat Joker's Wild by 2. Romantic Bay ahead away third. Parhelia making late ground, but it was all over, and then came Straight Ace. A gap in the field to Carson, and last to finish was Roselander. Camus, the winner, number 7, ridden by Dan Nicklick. Trained by Cliff Brown. Dan Nicklick jumping on board today. Free from the outside, one of the first out. Nursery Sweet and Austria down on the inside began quickly, and in behind them early Siobhan, Wayland Misconviction dropping back, and Bellandella Dream on the outside. Austria led at the post a lap to go, a little over a length clear from Nursery Sweet. Wayland moving up on the outside of Siobhan, a length to Blue Paris, and Bellandella Dream with Misconviction of the last 2 as they turn out of the straight. And Austria is doing it well as she heads out towards the 1600 metres. Austria about a length clear. Into second on the outside, Nursery Sweet, and Wayland is racing 3 deep. Over on the inside, fourth is Siobhan and Wonder Blue Paris. 2 lengths to Misconviction next to last, and last of all, Bellandella Dream. As they made their way into the back now, and Luke Curry would be pretty happy with things at the 1400, left alone in front, and she leads here, Austria, a little over a length clear from Nursery Sweet second. Siobhan on the rails is third. Blue Paris in the centre, keeping Wayland working out 3 wide still, and then 2 lengths Bellandella Dream, who races outside Misconviction. They've put the 1200 behind them, and Austria's just sailing along at her own leisure, leading a little more than a length still. Nursery Sweet is second, Siobhan is third, and Wayland's a length away fourth. Blue Paris on the rails is fifth, and a length and a half behind her, Bellandella Dream and Misconviction last of the 7. Austria the leader. She's had a beautiful run in front as she heads to the 800 metre mark. She's a little over a length still on Nursery Sweet and Siobhan. Wayland is third. On the rails in next placing then is Blue Paris from Bellandella Dream and Misconviction. There's been a little change for some while, and heading to the 600 metres, Austria led Nursery Sweet, who's just niggled out a little to be there. 2 lengths Siobhan, hard ridden to get the third. Blue Paris is making some ground now, and they're followed by Wayland, Bellandella Dream and Misconviction, but Austria has slipped away at the 400, and she sprinted brilliantly and put 4 lengths on them now. She'll take some catching. Nursery Sweet is second, with Blue Paris giving chase. Austria the leader, heading to the 200 metres. Blue Paris starting to come after her now. Austria in front of Blue Paris, who's finishing the better on the outside. Then Nursery Sweet. Blue Paris takes the lead on the outside now. Drew 2 lengths Nursery Sweet. Austria couldn't go on, and Blue Paris racks up 3 in a row. Beats Nursery Sweet. Photo third, either Austria or Bellandella Dream, who finished well. Followed further back Misconviction and Wayland next to last, with Siobhan last of all. Blue Paris makes it 3 in a row. Austria trying to 1500. All clear through. Off. And not a bad start. My Sienna winning the jump ahead of City Recruit, and away fast Raging Love on the outside of Shazoo, and Orange Grove dropped in behind them early. My Sienna the narrow leader from Raging Love on the outside, who looks like taking it up. City Recruit holding onto the rail. My Sienna easing back to be third now. More than 2 Shazoo, and back last of all Orange Grove. At the 900 metres now, City Recruit goes through and just leads. Raging Love is inclined to pull a bit second. 2 lengths My Sienna, 2 lengths Shazoo, and 2 to Orange Grove when they came off the back. City Recruit on the inside, Raging Love outside her. They share the front. 2 lengths to My Sienna, 2 Shazoo, and 2 to Orange Grove as they hit to the 600 metres. And now Raging Love drawing 3/4 on City Recruit, holding the rail. My Sienna's had a lovely run. Shazoo's followed her everywhere, and Orange Grove last of the 5 as they corner. City Recruit coming away from the fence leads Raging Love. My Sienna peeling out, and Shazoo now pulling to the outside from Orange Grove. They're across the track as they near the 3. 300 metre mark. Shazoo and My Sienna, the two top-class fillies, moved up to tackle City Recruit. Orange Grove's running a race on the outside, but Shazoo has taken the lead from City Recruit, My Sienna and Orange Grove. Shazoo starts to pull clear, 2 lengths clear, and Shazoo a bit too fit for them. Shazoo won it by almost a length on the line to Orange Grove. My Sienna might have grabbed third ahead of City Recruit, and they distanced Raging Love. Asset Swap moving up into the line. All clear through and away they go. And Mesmerise Us and Happy Emperor began well near the outside. Renoic's going to take a more dominant role up in the early few, and Asset Swap's running to the lead as they settle down. Boldini's improving, and as they go through the first 250 metres now, Boldini's going to the lead over Mesmerise Us and Happy Emperor. A length Asset Swap easing back into 4th placing, and Renoic 5th the outside. 2 lengths to Gabler, being followed then by Our Envoy on the inside from... Going forward, Super Hummer around Gabler, and back to the tail end of the field is Kapuka. As they went by the 1,000 metre mark, and Boldini is the leader. Boldini a little over a length to Mesmerise Us, a length away third Happy Emperor. Renoic a neck away 4th on the outside, and 1 to Asset Swap, who races outside Our Envoy, and then came Super Hummer, and a length and a half behind them Gabler with Kapuka last of all. Boldini clear down the hill, heading to the 600 by 2 lengths Mesmerise Us, 3/4 Happy Emperor. Renoic 4th on the outside, followed by Our Envoy, and then 1 length further back in the field Asset Swap. Super Hummer going forward, and so too Kapuka. As they neared the corner, Gabler had dropped out to be last of all. Boldini swings the corner in front of Mesmerise Us. Happy Emperor third down on the inside, and Renoic sprinting very quickly. Gee, went straight past a lot of them. Here's Asset Swap starting a run from Super Hummer. Renoic is the leader at the 200. Asset Swap is really starting to peg him back. They break right away on Super Hummer, Our Envoy and Boldini. It's Renoic and Asset Swap. Asset Swap goes home the better on the outside, puts his head in front. And Asset Swap drew clear, won it by a neck Renoic. And 2 lengths to Super Hummer third in front of Our Envoy. Then Happy Emperor and Gabler, followed by the weakening Boldini, and Mesmerise Us towards the tail, and Kapuka never came into it last of all. Asset Swap takes it out, number 2, ridden by Patrick. Now Perrac Gold linked in, set to go, 1,300 metres, race number 5. And they're racing now and dominating Mr. Start by a length or so towards the tail end. One of the first out towards the inside, Yaboa and Double Choice. Rancho Red quickly up to third. Medals 4th on the outside, and the All Cerise colours, followed by Rhythmical, Drawn for Trouble. A length further back is Zaboom, followed by Perrac Gold. Back behind those, Brother Thaddeus, Solidity and China Concert on the outside, followed by Dominating, and Mighty Impulse had dropped out to be last of all. In the run to the turn at the 800, Yaboa by 2, Rancho Red. Rhythmical third on the inside, Medals is 4th. Further back in the field then, Perrac Gold out very wide, improving around Double Choice. In behind those horses, Drawn for Trouble, Brother Thaddeus the rail, and then China Consul's a boom, 2 to Dominating, followed by Solidity towards the tail end, and Mighty Impulse on their outside. Yaboa swung the corner in front of Rhythmical, Rancho Red under the whip, and then Double Choice. Medals a little wider out, coming into it, followed by Drawn for Trouble and Perrac Gold. China Consul getting to the outside as they reach the 250. Still Yaboa. He's near the inside in front of Rhythmical. Drawn for Trouble's coming home, and coming with it Medals. And down the outside, China Consul. Drawn for Trouble's hit the lead. Drawn for Trouble over a length clear from Medals. China Consul, Rhythmical and Yaboa battling it out, but Drawn for Trouble. Drawn for Trouble by about a length and a half. Rhythmical might have held China Consul for the minor into the prize. Medals was 4th, and they're followed then by Rancho Red, Yaboa, Mighty Impulse, and back behind those were Double Choice, Brother Thaddeus and Dominating. Solidity well back. Perrac Gold put in a shocker. He's second last, and Zaboom last of all. Number 10, Drawn for Trouble of Pickup Right. Our Seapole girl is lined up into the gates. All in. Ready to run. Nullarbell over near the outside. in the Godby colours, black, blue sleeves and gold cap is the favoured runner here. Can be instead down on the inside. Seapole Girl standing in okay now with Bold Asset. Desert Mistral made a good line. 2 and 10 numbers in the quaddie so far. Third leg coming up here. Set. All clear through and they're off. Canby instead jump well. Margarine missed the start by 2 lengths. Settled at the back. Canby instead and Melbourne Crown showed early from Quietly Adamant, who got away well. Nullabelle improving on the outside, getting to 4th around Bold Asset as they've covered 200 metres, and they're followed by Seapole Girl. Katie Carwant, one of the last from Forest Bronze, Desert Mistral and Margarine had tacked on as they head to the 800 metre mark now, and Quietly Adamant moved up on the outside to show the way from Melbourne Crown, who held the rail second. Nullabelle 3/4 away third, travelling a bit wide though around Bold Asset and Canby instead. Then Forest Bronze on the outside of Seapole Girl. 2 lengths to Margarine, followed by Katie Carwant and Desert Mistral down on the inside. As they swing the corner, Quietly Adamant in the centre leads Melbourne Crown. Canby instead stayed on the rails. Wider out, Nullabelle is coming home well from Bold Asset. Seapole Girl easing over their heels, and then Forest Bronze with a gap to Margarine and Desert Mistral, who are having a nice old bumping act at the 200, and Nullabelle had moved up and she sprinted quickly to go to the lead now over Quietly Adamant, and Canby instead trying hard on the inside. Nullabelle, hands and heels, confidently ridden the last little bit, and Nullabelle takes it at a half length to Quietly Adamant and Canby instead third. Then a gap to Bold Asset, Seapole Girl, Desert Mistral, Melbourne Crown and Margarine, followed in by Katie Carwant and Quietly Adamant, who led them early, dropped out to run last. Nullabelle, little bit of movement down on the inside. They're off and racing. Private Night missed the start down on the inside. Away quickly was Chief in Charge and showing pace. Gold Gun over on the outside. Nasser Royale and the Mookster driving through down on the inside. After going a little over 200 metres now, it's the Mookster down on the rail in the red blinkers. Chief in Charge is moving up wide out on the course with Captain Cortez and Gold Gun the widest runner. Nearly a line of 4 across the track. In behind them, Private Night recovering after a slow beginning. Got up behind the leading horses with Amber Run and then Stenner. Nasser Royale's dropped out of it, followed by Roy, Class Scent and Honourable Lord as a clear last as they corner, where Captain Cortez and Chief in Charge move up to have a crack at the Mookster down on the inside. They're followed by Amber Run, Private Night trying to get into the clear between horses, and then Stenner, Honourable Lord out wider. The Mookster still in front of Captain Cortez. Private Night coming. Look at Honourable Lord. He's starting to swallow them all up out wide. He's come from last, descends on them, and Honourable Lord gets up to beat Stenner and Private Night third. Amber Run fourth from Captain Cortez. The Mookster Class Scent followed further back by Roy, and in behind those to finish Nasser Royale, Gold Gun and Chief in Charge dropped out to finish last of all. Camilla's Bow stands up nicely. All clear through. Off they go. Iron Eye's one of the first out. High Socks missed it a couple of lengths. Our Imposing settling at the tail, and Mr. Donizetti pinged out well and leads early from Iron Eye's Captain Clipper, and Trista Century showing pace up there too. About 2 lengths further back, Jolly Tip in the red and white stripe colours getting through along the inside of Camilla's Bow. Then the grey Sharp Lord, 3/4 Dynasty Dash, 2 lengths Shop to drop outside High Socks, and a couple Our Imposing and Cade. At the 1100 metres now, and Iron Eyes working to the lead, almost a length up on Mr. Donizetti, and Trista Century is third. 2 lengths away in the field, Captain Clipper outside Jolly Tip, a length and a half Camilla's Bow. Dynasty Dash down on the inside, 2 Sharp Lord, High Socks. A couple of lengths further back, Shop Till You Drop, and then Cade, and Our Imposing is last. Iron Eyes takes the field off the back at the 800 in front of Trista Century by 2. Mr. Donizetti on the rail third, 2 lengths Captain Clipper. On the inside, Jolly Tip, a length Dynasty Dash, followed then by Camilla's Bow. 2 to 3 lengths further back, Sharp Lord on the outside of High Socks, and then Shop Till You Drop, Cade, and Our Imposing, who's been tried at odds as last of all as they swept to the corner, where it's Trista Century now moving up on the outside and joining Iron Eyes. Mr. Donizetti and Captain Clipper's travelling okay, the widest as they corner. Jolly Tip, Dynasty Dash in behind them, and they've got right away on Camilla's Bow and Our Imposing. Nearing the 250, Mr. Donizetti with Captain Clipper coming at it. Iron Eyes isn't done with. Trista Century dropped dropping off a bit, then Dynasty Dash. Ioniser's fighting back really well on the inside. Again takes the lead from Mr. Donizetti. He's rallying too. Mr. Donizetti and Ionize down to the line. Mr. Donizetti did too well. Beat Ionize by a head. 3 lengths Dynasty Dash got up for third. Captain Clipper didn't go on, nor did Trista Century. Jolly Tip next over on the inside from High Socks. Shop till you drop. Our Imposing well back. He's passed only 3 in the run home. Cade, Sharp Lord and Camilla's Bow finished last. Mr. Donizetti, the winner, around $10 and $2.40.